Hello everyone. Now I've had this shelf in my bedroom for such a long time, and I had my essential oils in it. So stay with me and I'll show you how I'm going to decorate this and use it in my craft room. Okay, be right back. Hello everyone, this is Billie. Welcome to Billie Holman Creations. Now, what I want to do with this shelf is hang it on my wall in my craft room, but I would like it to match. So I have dug out some of my extra wallpaper, which is pink roses. I love pink roses. Well, I love all roses. But anyway, I am going to put a little wallpaper on here, paint it up, maybe add a little gems or something flashy. So first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to gesso the entire piece. You know, it's being black, and I'm afraid if I use pink paint and wallpaper, you know, that's going to come through. So I'm just going to use this gesso and a big wide brush, and I need to clean that brush. But just a tip, when you're working with gesso, I at least have one hand gloved, because when you get gesso on your hands, it's a bugger to get off. So I will come back when I have the gesso on and it is dry, and then I might possibly go ahead and use a pink. So let me get that done, and I will be back with you shortly. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Hi everyone, I'm back and I have this painted, but my darling husband was out in the shop today and he put the stove on and put on a fire, so it was roasty toasty. So I went ahead looking, and I had this Rust-Oleum chalk paint. It's a matte blush pink. I'm sure it's rather hard to see through the camera. I might be able to turn the light on, but I think I'm going to get more of a glare. Let's see what happens. Is that better? Oh, not too bad. Okay. I have this light, and sometimes it's a bit too much. Whoop. Where were we? Right there. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, I did a couple of coats. I probably could have done one more coat, but I was too anxious to get going on this evening, or else I would have had to wait till tomorrow. So that's my pretty pink. And here's my pretty wallpaper. It's a bit subtle, but it's going to work for me. And there's Miss Annie. Oh, she's going to sidetrack us. Go walk around. She's going to take my chair. Anyway, I had enough of these smaller scraps to go all the way from the bottom side to the top and down again, and this piece will fit in the bottom. So let's trim some of that a little bit. I'm going to go put this to the side. And the actual depth of the shelf is 2.5 inches. So this one, I'm just going to, try to make a sharp edge, and then we can trim the rest from there. So I do have this little ruler, and if I go to a straight edge like this, actually, yeah, that's not very straight, but I'm just going to take my X-Acto. I just changed the blade a couple days ago, but I tend to go through them. Let's just, I'm cutting the ruler. Cutting the paint off the ruler. Oh, that's all right. Just give me a straight edge here. And I'll just try to match it up to the side there. And that's a straight edge. Let's just flip it. Do it this way. I sure wish I had my big T-square I used to have at work. I brought some rulers home, but the plant closed, and some people acted like it was a free-for-all. Take everything you want, and I didn't do that. I did take my favorite stapler, though. So 2.5 inches. I'm just going to trim this down. I don't need it that wide. So let me just go. Let me get this extra off about here. We don't have to fuss with it. Alright, that's going to be my bottom. The top, I do have a straight edge here, so I don't need to do much of anything else. I can go ahead and, I'm not going to cut it exactly 2.5 because you can't be sure that that is actually square. I'm talking about the shelf, so let me try to roll this backwards. I'm sorry if it's loud or obnoxious. I'm just going to roll it backwards a little bit so it's not so curly. I almost have it. I could take a couple of inches off of there, but I'm not going to bother. We can trim it after the fact. Okay, get some of that curl out of there. And I wanted to show you the back of this because I just realized what the shelf actually is. It's a Melissa and Doug wooden playset. I guess for little trucks and cars for kids. Anyway, my daughter gave me this some time ago, and now I'm going to repurpose it. And you know what? Maybe I will cut this down a skosh. There is Annie. She can say hi. Let me just take a little bit of this off. It's going to really get in the way. Oh, I did sharpen my scissors. Thank you, Jacob. And Dusty, they bought me a scissor sharpener for Christmas. Works really well. All right. Now I'm happy. This is pre-pasted wallpaper, but I'm going to use Elmer glue on top because it's just it's a craft piece. And I haven't opened this one. This is a big jug. I got that off Amazon. Clear glue. I thought, well, go big or go home. But what I do want to do is grab a piece of wax paper to sit on my mat here because I don't want to get glue all over it. So I'm going to pause you and be right back. I just realized I don't even need this cutting mat. What was I thinking? Oh, I thought I'd measure something. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Let's get rid of that. My poor pink mat's getting pretty messed up. Can't stay nice forever, I guess. I've tried. All right. I've got a little cup right here. Let me just get a little bit of this glue in here. I've not used Elmer's glue with wallpaper, but I could have gone downstairs to the basement and took out some wallpaper glue, but this will work. This will work just fine. Okay, big brush, Billy. Let's use this one that I'm dropping things. Excuse me. Oh. I'm standing up. I've used this brush. This is my decoupage brush. And whenever I use brush, dishwashing soap and water for your brushes works real well. Here's my freezer paper. This works good for decoupage. See how far over I can get, because the shelf, I can start, where's my bottom? I can start on one side and go, I'm going to have to raise you way up in the air. I don't know how far we can get. Now I can't see what you're seeing. There we go. I'm just going to have a little overlay on the bottom here. Bring it across the side and over the top. So my big paper here, the long strip, just worked out perfect. So that's not going to waste. And if I can scoot this just a little bit, I'm going to match up this edge. So maybe a little at a time. I haven't used Elmer glue in so long. I don't even remember how long it takes to dry. Probably not too long. I'm going to be generous. That way I can slip and slide it around a little bit. So maybe I can go the whole distance. Let's try. I'm losing you on this left side here. But we'll get it. Whoops, paintbrush hit you. I'm just anxious to get this finished, because then I can probably clear out another shoebox of stuff. You know, I find those shoe boxes at, oh gosh, the grocery store sometimes, or Walmart, when you can get like 10 for $6. So they're really helpful in organizing your craft supplies. Although they take up space and whatnot. And they're not always full, but I just try to keep a little bit separated. Alright, there's my edge. Just go, I'm going to overlay it a bit. Right there. You never know if anything's really straight. Might overhang just a tad there, because it's bowed a little bit. Now, I do have a brayer. You can grab that. Get that down really well. Right. Hang on, that just flew. That just popped right up. Guess I pressed a little too hard, eh? Snap that bugger in there. Okay. We'll go slowly. I'm taking a corner. I'm not going to fold this down. I just want it out of the way a little bit. I might just trim a little bit away from that edge. Don't get too close. Just get it out of the way. And we'll go ahead and take the corner. So let's go around. You know, even this is how weird I can get sometimes. Even a piece of scrap paper with a flower on it. Doesn't that look cute in a pendant? Why not? Alright, turn. Don't knock it over. Yes, I'm going to have to trim this edge a little bit when it's dry. Be sure your paper's dry before you try to trim it, or you'll fray it and it gets pretty ugly looking. Doesn't work so good. So this is our top. And I wasn't real neat about the gessoing. Get under here. And it already has 2 alligator hangers on the back, so that's good. I have to deal with putting a hanger on. When I got laid off my job years ago, I'm not the best at it, but I actually thought about starting an organizing business, you know? Because I found myself at work organizing all the supply rooms and stuff because it drove me batty. I thought that would be a good career, I'd have a van and have all my supplies in the van. And go and organize kitchens, go further, and closets. But shoot, I look at how I'm organized now and I thought, oh, I probably could have organized everybody else's things, but my place would have been a mess. But it was a thought. Oh, here's a thought for you, and I think I mentioned it before. I found it quite interesting, okay? So I read somewhere about your life's passions or your life's purpose. And I read, I think I'm repeating myself, I tend to do that. I read that if you look back to your childhood and you find the 3 most important things to you when you were a child, the 3 things you loved to do, and those 3 things will probably follow you throughout your lifetime. And if you can, pursue one of those 3. Pursue one of those 3 passions for a career. Anyway, my situation, and it seems to have been true. My situation was when I was little, of course, I loved animals. I've always loved animals, and I always will. I have the most respect, utter respect for our animals and everything living in this world, plants included. Heck, I even talked to my tree. But anyway, I loved animals. So with my husband's career, he worked with the Fish and Game Department as a game warden, and he brought home all kinds of baby animals. And it was such a treat for me, so I could take care of them until we could get them to a rehab center, or, you know, sometimes the zoo took them. So animals were my passion, and it ended up that I was able to use that passion in some way, you know? It was great. I mean, I fed every kind of bird I think there is, from babies to adults. And then, oh, there's a flaw right there. That is not a straight edge.
Thomas is the only one out.
Thank you. Excuse me. I need to trim that. So, it was animals. And then, as a little girl, I was always singing. Singing with my dad. Singing in the car. Singing. When I was alone, I was singing. And I was fortunate enough to be a musician for over 40 years. Playing in bands. That was great. And then the 3rd thing was my art. Love my art. And I'll tell you, being able to now pursue my art in a whole different, you know, rather than just sketching, a whole different way now with YouTube. It's just pretty amazing. But if I was smarter back then, I would have, you know, put some of those things to use in a real career, or pursued a real great career. But I didn't. But it doesn't matter. It's all made me happy. So do what's made you happy. Look back as when you were a child and say, what did I love to do? Anyway, I thought that was so interesting to me at that time. So, just a thought. I'm just talking. Just a little tidbit. I'm going to go ahead and glue this bottom. We'll overlap it. There, now I've got messy. Get that right there. And I do have to cut another straight edge for that other piece. So, let me get that folded over. We're going to work with the corners. I'm going to put, yeah, I've got trimming to do. I'll have to wait till it dries. I didn't need that much glue. So, where's my alcohol? I don't know, I clean up everything with my alcohol anymore. Probably when my hands are dry. So I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom, let it dry, and come back when I can trim everything and we'll get to decorating. Be with you shortly. Well, this is dry now. All the edges, oh, I better turn it. All the edges are done. You can see, but turning it over, I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this sticker. But what I did initially was, once it dried, is I took a sharp razor blade and I just went around the edges. Both sides, top and bottom. All the edges are cleaned up, but this doesn't look good to me at all. So I've got some gooby gone, but before I do that, I think I'm going to take my heat gun and see if I can't melt this and be, you know, give me a chance to pull it up. And then I think I'm just going to paint the whole back white. I'm just going to paint the whole back white, let that dry. I just feel better about it being complete on the back. So let me get my heat gun and we'll give it a try. See if this melts the adhesive. Okay, I'm going to start over here and I'm going to mute this. Well, I guess it'll work. It'll just take a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get that off of there, and then I'll get my gooby gone and try to get the sticky off. And I'm just going to use some of my white apple barrel acrylic paint. I don't see it. It's here somewhere. But that's what I'll do. Then I'm excited. Then I'll come back and we can decorate the front. We'll see in a little while. Okay, the back is white. I like that better. I went ahead and measured my wall where I'm going to put this and put my nails in. Double check that so it will be somewhat level, let's hope. And I've gathered a few things that I'm going to use up because that's the plan, huh? I have these great looking corners here in silver that I did get from Temu. So I'm going to put one of these in all four corners here. And then I'm going to try to match up some trim. So I'm going to try to use up what I have here with this B7000. And we're going to go ahead and glue these on. So try to get in between the little gaps here. This will give it a nice finish. And I'll have to show you the other pieces I did because I do have videos on them and I should probably upgrade them a little bit as far as possibly changing my thumbnails or just adding a little more description to them because it was quite some time ago and I want to be sure everything's up to date. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put this in one corner there. That'll finish it off nice. And then we'll do this one. That's on the far side to my right. Oh, this is going to be so convenient, I'll tell you what, because I've got my mica powders on a shelf in some containers that are just taking up space. This way, at a glance, I can see what I have and also save space and have use of another shelf. Let me pull this down a little bit. Manual. These on. I did get a set of these. They came in silver, bronze, and gold. They're really pretty, with a little filigree in there. I was never a blingy person, but I'll tell you, since I started resining and trying all these different techniques and glitter and glitz, I'm really starting to like it. My craft room looks like it should be a little girl's bedroom, like a princess. All right, far corner. Can you see that one? Okay, we're going here. Set that in place. Gosh, I like these. I like these a lot. Just that one little addition makes a big difference. Okay. Whoa. Bottom corner. Trying to get things off the floor and make more room in here. Well, that's going to be nice. Now the trim I have on the others are a bit different, but I don't have any more of that left. What I do have is these strips of 4 little diamonds in a row. So I'm going to be putting those, let's just start down here, across the wide parts of this shelf. Now I want to be able to cut at an angle here to fit in with the angle on these, let's start at the other end. These angles down here on the corner pieces. So let's check this out and get that off. It's got a sticky back. It's pretty sticky. I like to glue things though, just to be sure. But let's measure this first. Let's see if I come up to that point. Means I need to cut. Oh, let's see, how many are there? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut it 5 and just go, no, I should cut it 6 and try to go straight across. Let me see if I can do that. I'm sticking to myself. Now, let's see. If I go 6, 1, 2, oh, pardon the paint on my fingers. 1, 2, 4, 5. Ugh, a little 6. If I go 6 there, is that 7? That's 6. Try to save this one. So I guess I'll have to cut in little blocks. I need tinier scissors, I think. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go in and out. In. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? It'd work if there was 4. Oh, heavens. I don't want to cut. I can't cut them in half. I'm just going to try to just, however it... Ugh! I'm stuck. Oh, there's a bit of an angle. Let's see how that's going to work. Oh, that should work well. All right. Well, not quite. I need one more on the tip. I need to cut this one off. Maybe bring it forward a little bit. Well, fingers and thumbs today. Let's cut this little one off. Try again. Oh, that's better. That comes right up to the edge. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and take a bead of glue just in the middle across here. Let's start here first. But I might not need to. That's pretty darn sticky. Yeah, well, let's just make sure it sticks a little better. Even if I just daub it, this is about empty. Get that down. Oh yes, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Right there. Perfect width of this piece of wood. Okay. Squeeze this up. And try to get another line across here. So this is what I'm going to do, is just kind of get this down, match up the ends, and go all the way around the side. I need to open this glue up. That's bold, isn't it? Try to make it straight. Okay, looks a little crooked, but I'm going to put the lid back on here and cut the tip off. We'll use it all. Right? Get on there. I'm just going to squeeze this down. I'll have it all over me by the time I'm done. Let's just cut this off. I can get into it. There's quite a bit of glue there. See, quite a bit left. Get a pop stick, and I'm just gonna try to use this up. Ooh, that's a lot. Left a little more space because I'm gonna have to cut here, and there's a hair. Huh? Oh, did I glue that on there? I sure did. It'll probably ooze out, but I think I can peel it if it does. Bring that up to the edge. Now, let's get rid of some of this real quick so I can see what we're doing. Now, I'm going to come. Oh, these little diamond dots, those things everywhere. Okay, we're going to go. There's one right. Get off there. So I'm going to come right to here. And right to about here, and try to zigzag it or just go straight across. Wherever it falls, it falls. Where's that cut? There. Like that. Close. I covered up. No, did I cover that up? I covered a little bit up. But I'm going to leave that, okay? So, I'm going to continue on. So let me pause you. I'm probably running out of space on my phone camera. I'll put this on a piece here and save it. You never know which side's what. Okay, I'm going to go all the way around and I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, that took a while. And then, after I went all the way around the edges, I realized, oh my gosh, we've got these inserts here for the shelves. Why don't we just go all the way, cover them up? So I have been cutting, and I have glue and sticky stuff all over me. But I managed to get the insides done, except this final piece here. And then I promise we're almost finished. Okay, come off. I should have dug out some small flowers because I want to do something in these little square areas. But we can go silver all the way. So most of these shelves took, singles, except this one took a double row. It was a wider piece of wood. Let's get this on here. Okay. Last piece, and this is sticky. Just like that. Okay, that's the bottom. That's the bottom. So, what I have some of these little flowers here that are silver. I think I got these from Kmart. I'd like to pull this off, but I guess I won't. So what I'm thinking is I can put these on these edges here. I don't have enough. The other thing I found is, oh shoot, I just dumped them all. These shells, they're supposed to be like shells, or not shells, mermaid skin or something. I could use a few of those too, but I just want to glue all these in place. See how many I have. If I can at least do the center with those. And then don't have enough, so I need 4. I need 8 more, and there's only 6 of these. I couldn't mix and match, not rotate, but switch around, but I'm not. I'm just going to go these button pieces here. Like that. They'll fit there. Cover those up. That's a lot of silver. And I'm not going to worry about what directions those go. So 4 more, and I'll get to gluing. Put those on the corners. They're going to stick over just a skosh. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. It's going to be pretty. My other pieces I did like this, I used some soft, small pink flowers. But this will be colorful anyway once I get the micas in. So we're just going to... Oh, they've got this sticky already. Normally I'd pull that foam out off, but I'm not going to. Just try to get the corners in as close as I can. Not worrying about what direction they're going. If I try to get the center piece in the corner, that'll work. I'm going up. And I hope I have enough battery life because I've had you on pause for so long. And my phone is probably overloaded. I need to get everything onto my laptop so I can edit. That's the plan. But we're gonna put this to good use, I think. Or I am. That'll be nice. Whoa, don't fall down, just because I want glue everywhere else aside my fingers. Yes, I wish I had a couple more of those. So if I have 8, maybe I can go flowers all the way and just substitute these bottom 2. I think I will. I'll just put these here. Then I'll put flowers on the rest. Use those up. Save these for if I ever do a mermaid. I do have a mold for a nice mermaid, though. I got it from Larissa, I believe, a long time ago. And I need to work on that. And I'm trying to think of what to do for this January. I could start on Valentine's. Please let me know if you'd like me to just go ahead and start on Valentine's so we can get a jump on it. Might be worth the while because I scrambled at Christmas thinking I had the time to get quite a few things done, and I didn't. So what I finished, I probably will post those in July for some kind of Christmas in July celebration. And I'm sure there'll be a collaboration. Let's get that on there. I got done with 2. Okay, this is it. 2 more to go. That's better. I like the flowers. But that's a lot of glitter. Okay, right. Now, I'll clean up all this mess over here later. You can't notice that's not a flower. So, there it is. And what I'm going to do is, for instance, I've got my Let's Resin Color Shift mica powder, and I'm just going to slip that right in the top shelf so I know what that is. And I have them, way over here. How many is there? My goodness. 3, 4, 6. Took them out of the boxes, but I can't see down here where I've got them stored. This way would be so much easier. There's a handful. Okay. And for instance, we're just going to put them in this shelf. And we could go ahead and hang it. And then I can start filling it up. And I can show you what we've got here when I'm all through. So, just like that. They'll fit. They'll stack. They'll fit. Now, if I can hang this, I probably can't without dropping these on the floor. So, that I moved. But anyway, this was my idea on decorating this little shelf, which was black, and I really didn't use what I had in there. I'm gonna get this on the wall, and then I'm gonna try to set up my camera so you can see what I'm doing here. So let me pause you just a second. Okay, here it is on my shelf. I should back up a little bit. I'm gonna trip over a trash can, but there it is. And I'm gonna put, I've got my chameleon powders, my other Let's Resin powders. I've got some Temu powders I want to put on there. That way I can still reach everything and I can see what's available. So I'm going to go ahead, fill this up because I probably can fill it up. And I'll take a picture when I'm finished. So before I say goodbye, pardon the mess, but I'll show you. This is part of my wall behind me where I sit at my desk. Now, those are my mother's beautiful spoons. I just put silk flowers in them. But this is what I did with the little drawers for screws, nuts, and bolts. I had those, so I went ahead and have my wallpaper decorated like that. I have that one there with some jewelry findings and charms. Here's another one I did. I did these both on the same video. And I just had some little stickers I put the faces on. But that's the same concept. So that holds quite a bit. I'd have to count and see how many little drawers there are there. And then I'm going to show you something else. Now here you go. I have some old tins that I wallpapered and decorated with a little bit of ribbon and such, and it's on my wall by my window. This holds the majority, well, mostly all my paints except the bigger bottles. That's real handy. A lot of my paints are pretty old, probably need tossed out. But I have a video on this and a video on the little nuts and bolts containers, and I will link those with this video. And let's just go back to this one more time. And I will say thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and like me to do a little more arts and crafties, I'll probably put those out on Wednesdays and keep my resin to Sundays. And I'm behind again. But take good care, everybody. Happy New Year to you all. Have a great day. Big hugs. Bye for now.